What's up, wrestling fans? We are back to discuss TNA Impact Wrestling. Yeah. I'm here with Gary the Horror King. I am JaySin. We are sponsored, not really, by Wrestle Voice. I just say that because it's my website with my friend Larry, who is in the hospital. Throw some prayers out and good whatever the hell our way. We don't have a lot of TNA news, which sucks. Against All Odds was announced. There's a few other things. What's happening with you, Gary? How's the weather up there?
Supposed to get a winter weather advisory, even though it's only supposed to be like 2 inches. So that's pretty much that's not a winter weather advisory in my book, but whatever.
Speaking of 2 inches, wanted to give a shout out to TNI douchebags. This is about what's that dude's name? The TNI UK dude.
I think you're being kind about the 2 inches, Jay.
Oh wow! Ooh, Gary's jumping in early. Okay, this is about what the fuck is Jesus Christ? I'm blanking on the guy's name. The TNI fucking UK dude. He's like a stupid name. What's his name? Well, this is a shout out to Bison. This is a shout out to the PWG UK Pro Wrestling Global TNA fan group. It's run by, I believe, or there's a fan named Graham who's a big part of it. I don't know Graham. Never spoken to the dude. We have a mutual friend, and it's basically his group. And he does a podcast, or like he does audio. He promotes things, and TNI was kind of working with his group and working with him before he wasn't good enough for Bison or TNI. So they fucking ditched his group, leaving, kind of like taking his members away and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of like stealing.
So like they kind of just use that's oh my god, they do this with everyone. They just fucking use people, like trying to get as many members as possible because that's all they fucking care about is numbers. That's all they fucking care about. My other podcast I did with my fucking autistic friend. I did my other podcast with our autistic friend, Richard Robles.
That's what you
greatest fucking guy in the world. I don't give a fuck how he sounds or anything is wrong with him. How many views people don't want to fucking listen to.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned with Vince Russo too. When they weren't under the Russo banner, they kind of used him as well.
Oh my god, they used BQ.
Yeah,
they're disgusting.
They don't stay in place with anybody for.
Their own team can't stay in place for long. We're Trent and Kyle, everyone. Fuck you. Oh my god, I hate that fucking channel. And I've been really busy with other things with my website. It's been going really well, and I think I'm going to swing back and just write some kind of like murder article about them. Because here's what I have been writing, people. J-Bone. You know J-Bone? Does everyone know J-Bone? Yeah, awesome J-Bone, right? The great J-Bone, who I brought to this fucking YouTube world. He would not be a thing if I didn't put him over in a big fucking podcast one time. And then TNI, who lives up my asshole, fucking taking my every idea, anything good we do, except the fact that they will never make a show that's not live, because they won't get views that way. Look at their podcast numbers. They don't have any. We're a goddamn audio podcast. Like, we'll listen to I would throw out numbers, but like I don't give a shit. Nobody fucking has to believe us. Point is, they're a bunch of douchebags that have ridden so many coattails. And look at their fucking numbers. They're still not great. Like, if I did that, if I was like, you know what, I want to get as many views as possible. I don't give a fuck about anything. Let's write everyone's coattails, Gary. Let's pop on this guy. Let's pop on fucking Russo. Let's fucking blow BQ for a little while.
Well, see, as we're throwing names out there, Jay, I noticed YouTube this week, our old buddy from the NXT days, Maven, kind of borrowing our thumbnail this week. His latest channel.
Damn it, Gary, you think I have time to go after Maven?
I know that as well.
I have a world of enemies out there, and they're starting to get smaller. So yeah, fuck that. Again, fuck TNI. Christ. Kyle. Again, sorry, I just want to mention this. I've never posted because it's the wife of J-Bone. Like, I'm better than him. So that I always say I'll never post it. His wife reached out and apologized on behalf of the entire fucking team. Pretty much blamed everything on Kyle, saying he was the cause of all their suffering. He was. He's gone, right? Right, TNI fans? Where is he? Where's Kyle? Where's Trent? Trent was given an ultimatum, AEW or your little fucking podcast. And he picked his real life job and said, fuck you, TNA fans. Whatever, okay, I'm getting a little... let me breathe. Okay, what else do we got going on? Oh God, I made a mistake.
What's that?
Oh fuck, I made a mistake. Okay, hopefully that came out right. God damn it. We're gonna have to keep... fuck. Okay, whatever, we're gonna have to keep going. I walked away, I was so mad. I didn't realize that I was recording on my laptop. So, hopefully that all... we can hear that. Okay. Sorry, I get really mad about TNI because they're such scum. They are little like that. And that's their whole thing. You know what I mean? The scumbags or whatever. But they are scumbags. More people will stick up for them than they will for us. Which is it's just I don't get it, man. Like these people, I have it on fucking. I can put an article. I'm gonna put a fucking article up one of these days. TNI, how they reached out to Kyle, got in touch with my fucking father, pretending he worked for Anthem. That's a real thing. We have 5 emails from drunk Kyle pretending he works for Anthem under the fucking... he used his regular email account. You know what I mean? I work for Anthem at Boner Study, or you know what I mean? At Boner fucking 9911 or whatever, at Hotmail. That's what he used. You know what I mean? He wasn't even smart enough to make up a fucking fake Anthem looking email. Because he's a fucking drunken young janitor, idiot fool like the rest of them. Except they're not all janitors, but who knows, maybe they are. Okay, enough of those guys. They don't deserve our time. We're going to get to the review soon, pretty quickly, because there's just not much fucking news this week. Thankfully, well, I guess it's a little news. The Unbreakable stuff is finally coming together quickly, and we fucking nailed it again. We said it would have to be a special kind of show, because they can't have that, and then Rebellion, and it's going to be at least 3 triple threat matches. So I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. AJ Francis versus Mance Warner versus Sami Callihan. That might be a match spoiler, but I'm not going to announce. I'm not going to say who wins because I honestly don't know right now. That's the first match, and then that's the first match, which is going to happen before. This is where it gets confusing. It's going to happen before. What's the word? What the hell's the show? Unbreakable. And then Unbreakable is going to happen. And Unbreakable has 2 triple threat matches.
But before we get started on that, it's kind of explanatory who's probably going to win that anyway because of the current rivalry between Sami and, kind of writings on the wall.
Well, that's what I want to get into too much because I don't know if that has actually been announced yet. That match.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah. Oh, no, it is. Yeah, it's not. I'm sorry. I just pulled up this week's spoiler-free lineup on WrestleVoice.com. Yeah. TNA International Title Qualifier. Mance versus AJ versus Callihan. So you got to think AJ's going to win, and that puts him in the finals. Because, again, there's only 2 other matches. Unless we're missing something. Yeah. They add a bunch of matches to Unbreakable, but I don't think so. 2, because these probably be long matches. I think people are forgetting that also. And
we got to remember, they really took that DMC title and they basically threw it in the trash.
Oh, totally great. Love it. Yeah. They could have went with the name DMC, but they didn't. Also, come on, fans. Yeah. There's a bunch of you out there that are talking about this. Seriously, stop it. Yeah. Stop it. It's called the international title.
It's gone.
It doesn't mean everyone needs to be fucking international. What does it need to be called? A fucking regular... They should seriously call it regular TV title. You know what I mean? The most basic, stupid words. Oh, sorry, I was going to throw this out there. BQ fucking said something he just blasted fans for this. And I jumped on and I'm also, did anyone ever fucking say there are not enough digital media members? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck is a digital media participant? Nobody knows.
I did like that design that somebody had come up with, that AI design of the different flags on the belt. That circular. I thought that was pretty cool.
And listen, it's one of those things where it's one of those things where it's okay, you probably have a point, but they need to get rid of that stupid goddamn title. And like, why aren't more people
Yeah.
complaining about that stupid title being gone? Not being complaining, just be happy that stupid title's gone. Maybe they'll get more international in the future. Maybe they'll friggin' work with AAA or, you know what I mean? Well, that was probably a mistake. Why not put friggin' Octagon in there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And fucking Laredo Kid, that would have shut everyone up. But I don't think I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that at all. I just thought that's the name of the fucking title. It's the same as Intercontinental to me. And I know, international means something different. But like, to me, I don't think like that. You know what I mean? It's a wrestling title.
Honestly, Jay, I think the digital media could have worked if they could have had somebody like maybe in charge of it a little bit more, like in focus in it, like being focus, like a focus person, like to actually deal with it. Like I felt like once it was introduced, it was very sloppy. It became like the.
I think it worked.
Kind of,
it worked in the beginning when it made sense because it was like Jordan and different people who would work like Jordan and somebody else. They would work the indies. I think it was Cardona. Cardona was working the indies, so he'd defend it at other shows, so people would watch it on digital media because it's not on television. You know what I mean? Like that made sense, but then they totally stopped that.
Yeah, it got so bad that it became like the TV title.
Totally, just because I'm saying it became a regular random. No, it became a regular, totally just a regular TV title. That's what and so was this one, except this has a better name, and people are still fucking crying. And I noticed that a lot of the people crying are Scott fans. Like seriously, it's like stop. He's gone.
Yeah.
Go fucking.
And then
go watch. Pay for Maple Leaf Pro all the time.
And then I'm seeing people complain like they're saying, "Well, like NWA has more titles than TNA."
Oh Jesus.
Like,
how are they doing? How's their buzz?
You don't want to shit pump. That's the thing.
Christ, NWA that nobody fucking talks about. Like MLW that nobody talks about. Like Ring of Honor that nobody talks about. I put a thing on my site the other day how TNA absolutely humiliates Ring of Honor on YouTube and real life. Like Ring of Honor is not a thing. Ring of Honor is not a thing. It would probably get the same amount of views if they were just posting random old shit on, you know what I mean, on Ring of Honor. It would probably get the same amount of views as it's getting right now as part of AEW, which is insane. Like Tony gives no fucks about. Tony gives no fucks about Ring of Honor.
And if you went to 10 people on the street, 10 wrestling fans, could you, out of those 10 people, did 10 people name how many champions are in MLW?
Yeah, exactly. You know or NWA. I can't name.
Yeah.
I have a goddamn wrestling website. I can't name more than. Honestly, I don't know any MLW titles. I mean, it took me this whole time. I just look at MLW and it's like, I don't know why. Hammerstone came back. I love Hammerstone. I don't care. Like to me, that's like the worst move he can do. Like going back to like his place, his old spot. It's like he went backwards. Like that place is just so fucking. I can't remember about the NWA. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't know. It's more like my kind of televised kind of thing. Like they care more about characters and stuff.
Yeah. Whereas Fatu's belt and went on to the WWE.
Oh yeah, there's another goddamn Fatu. He just debuted for MLW. Like, are you kidding me with his fucking family?
Yeah.
Wait, is he part of the bloodline? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like real life. Yeah. Like the real life, like related to the Rock thing. Okay. Really quick.
Yeah.
Kevin Cross. Karrion Kross stated he never thought the TNA star would injure himself as he thought he was bulletproof. Talking about Chris Bay. Okay, well, sorry. This is Sorry, I thought you would have something better here. The kid is bulletproof. The stuff you're seeing him doing now, blah, blah, blah. He just wanted to learn. He sees something. Okay, no, he was just talking about how... Oh, sorry. Yeah, Cross had a panic attack when he found out how bad Bay's injury first was. Had a full-blown panic attack on a plane. Oh, God, that must be really fucking scary. But yeah, Chris Bay, I mean, Christ. The fact that he's actually walking. And now I'm thinking, like, what if... Like, he's going to come back at some point and get in the corner of Ace.
Oh, yeah.
And it could be Unbreakable. You know what I mean? Like, if you put him in the corner of Ace and Unbreakable, it's a different match.
Yeah, somebody would... They wouldn't be surprised if he does show up in Unbreakable as well.
I mean, if you have Ace in the finals, then like I think he kind of has to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy about this fucking title. I'm really happy. I feel like it was totally needed. I mean, whatever.
It kind of gives a rejuvenated reason to watch TNA too, to kind of see like the way the division's going to be.
Also, have to crap on TNA fans a little bit more for the why aren't knockouts in this? Are you fucking kidding me? They have the world title, the tag titles, and you want them to be somewhere else. How many knockouts are there, Gary? 8? 12?
Yeah,
Seriously, just do the math, people.
I was never a big fan of Jordan ever winning the digital media ever either. I mean, I know a knock on Jordan. I loved her as a competitor in the ring, but like I just felt like that was a men's division. I felt like it was the men's intercontinental division. I never really thought women should be in that division. I felt like that was what the purpose of the tag division was.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
really wasn't no point. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Like, how can you possibly make that statement without looking at the tag division? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can't. You have to be ignorant or just, I don't know. You really like titles.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, everyone else has more titles. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Look at NXT. They don't have fucking 9. They don't even have tag titles. NXT. That's one of my favorite shows. It's become one of my favorite shows because, like, they don't have a million. They have a stupid Heritage Championship title, which I'm not sure what it is. It's not a title. It's a, what the hell is it called? It's a big-ass trophy. Also, I fucking hate trophies, I realized this week on Impact. Absolutely hate them. Like, this poor Kazarian's got to lug around this giant fucking trophy all the time.
Yeah, you notice, too, it has etched on the trophy past names from years prior.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. No, I didn't know that. That's cool. Robles mentioned Gauntlet for the Gold. Maybe they'll do that at Unbreakable, because I mean they need more shit for Unbreakable.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm thinking maybe the NXT girls will do Unbreakable, and they'll do like another kind of match like this week. Like this week, what the hell's the match?
Yeah, they could.
What's the match this week? JC Jane with Tessa. That match, like something else.
Okay.
Like because when you can't like who's Masha gonna face? You know what I mean? You can't have Masha face anyone there.
Yeah.
I think it's got to be like a mixed tag kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of fans are unhappy. Oh, sorry. Tessa Blanchard showed off her, as I wrote, TNA star Tessa Blanchard shows off undeniable booty. Gary, how do you spell booty? Is it Booty or is it IE? Oh, you're too old. You're too old. Why am I asking Gary?
Yeah, I couldn't even remember how we were recording with the new way here tonight.
Yeah, sorry, this sounds weird. Yeah, this won't be the normal way. Yeah. Okay, I need to Google it. But goddamn, Tessa looks amazing. Like her abs. She's got a Nike. I thought it was a Jordan. I think she has a Jordan hat or a Nike hat. So like, I don't know. I just like everything about her. AEW fans unhappy with the Dynasty main event. This is a big thing. Anyone can go look. Tony Khan literally talked about it yesterday, which I thought was crazy. Like someone said, like he was asked after the show, like, do you think about mixing things up when you get a negative reaction like that? Like that's how negative the reaction to this main event was. And I watched, this was Gary, 4.5 hours.
4.5?
4.5 hour show.
Couldn't do it in 4.
How many fucking movies, or you're the movie guy, how many movies are 4.5 hours?
Yeah.
In 2025. Forget about this. In 2025.
I've only been to like one maybe that was like that. I think it maybe was Gettysburg. And, for obvious reasons, that was a like 2-parter.
That's what I mean. I was just going to say that. Thank you. Gettysburg is the kind of story that needs 4.5 hours.
Yeah, outside of that, I'm not even Lord of the Rings or any of that.
Oh, totally.
Seriously? Not even your much dreaded Avatar movies.
Wow, you're right. Yeah.
That you get despised. They're not even that.
I think the longest Lord of the Rings might be 4 hours? 3:45 maybe, but yeah, I mean 4.5. I mean, okay, fine. I don't need to watch the pre-show. It's fine. That makes it 3.5 hours. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if you don't watch the pre-show, that makes it 3.5 hours. But if you watch Scrum, that makes it 4.5 hours again. And if you watch both, that makes it 5.5 to 6 hours straight. What is that? A fucking quarter? That's a quarter of your day.
And WWE can't even pull that off.
No, and it's funny. I had
doing it forever.
I wrote my article. I had written in my article. Don't mention WrestleMania, but then I took it out because it was like I don't think anyone's that stupid Like, you can't, like, I'm sure somebody will, though. Oh, WrestleMania is like fucking 2 nights. Like, yeah, this is AEW Dynasty. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even Double or Nothing. Like, it wasn't even Double or Nothing. Like,
Yeah.
this was, and if you don't know, Dynasty is like under siege. You know what I mean? Like, against all odds. Maybe not even as big as Against All Odds, but like one of the it's not Slammiversary. It's not Slammiversary.
Oh, so it's like not like one of their temples.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's not Bound for Glory. It's not Slammiversary. So, okay, gotta mention Kazarian again, who I forget what he did this week, but he really made me laugh again. God, I might have checked Twitter for that one. But the show opened with Kazarian versus Elijah. Do you remember if Elijah got to do his entrance here, or was this one where he didn't do the entrance? Where he sings when he walks down.
It says he got to call with a shot and challenge Joe Hendry for the world title at Rebellion.
How did I miss that?
Is that what you mean?
Oh no. Shit.
But then I don't want to reveal what happens because this is at the end of the show.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, that's probably a big update we could have gave. The Rebellion main event is set. Kazarian versus.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Probably should have led with Ethan Page is back.
Yeah.
See, it's really hard. Like, it's hard when we record it on Mondays. Like, because we're watching the show 4 days ago or some shit. So like, Ethan Page coming back isn't news to us, but it probably is to you. So apologies. Like, I'll set these up better in the future. I have a lot going on with the website and everything. So Ethan Page is back. Holy shit! I mean, we have to talk about. Might as well talk about that first. That's a big deal, and a lot of.
And as we last know.
What do you think? Were you happy seeing him? Were you like?
I was.
Or you're like, oh, it's Ethan Page, whatever.
Again, like, I'm not really big on Ethan Page because I'm not big on his wrestling style.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was happy to see a new face, like, kind of interject into the main event scene though, because I'm sure by now he's kind of improved his craft a little bit since then.
And how about this? Holy wow.
So.
Okay, so like I said, I was comparing YouTube numbers, right? Now we just mentioned Ethan Page, so I was curious. He is up to, ready for this? 3 days ago, Ethan Page returns to TNA, 234,000 views.
Wow.
Just to compare, here is Ring of Honor. Ready? I swear, I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. I'm really trying to help. Like, people think I'm like, I look for the worst numbers. I'm going back 3 weeks to Ring of Honor. 33,000 views. 3 weeks ago. If you want to do 2 weeks ago,
wow.
The most viewed thing, 13,000. You want to go to the current week? The most viewed thing, 3,000. Sorry, that's
the only thing I'm thinking.
Sorry, last week 13,000. 3,000 from this week in 3 days. Ethan Page and Santino have both over 234,000 on one video, and people think these promotions are comparable.
Yeah, I agree 100% with what you're saying. Only thing I can think of is they're catching this upon its initial viewership. You know, like they're watching it live, like when it happens, and not going back and watching it on YouTube, which is really stupid.
Oh yeah, totally, yeah.
If that's the case.
But I mean,
you know what I mean? Like,
but also it's the other way. It should be the other way. It should be the other way around. But like, this is on what channel? Like, it's on TV. A lot of people don't have it. But Access is a channel.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor isn't. You have to pay for Honor Club. Like, I really doubt a lot of people paying for Honor Club. Okay, now ready? Let's go back to Dynamite highlights. How about that? Okay. The most viewed thing from Dynamite this week was the Death Riders take out Swerve before Dynasty. 303,000. Okay? The next thing. Okay, they have another 360, MJF and Lashley. Everything else. Will Ospreay. Hot. Big Will Ospreay. 80,000 views. Everyone fucking loves Will Ospreay. No. What'd you say?
Lashley's an AEW.
Wow. Jeez.
Wow, he is.
Yeah. That's how little this dude knows. But I mean, like, Death Ride is 300,000.
No,
Claudio 230,000. Like they're very close when it comes to AEW.
To me, I think that kind of shows how little AEW does to get him over too, though. Because like I common person like me that doesn't really watch regularly or at all doesn't even know.
Well, to be fair, he's kind of. Well, he's been here for a month. Oh no, he's a tag champ. He's literally a tag team champion. He got there maybe.
Tag?
He got there maybe. Totally, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know, totally. He got there like a month and a half ago.
Event.
Yeah, he got there exactly. He got there like a month. He's been there maybe for 2 months. He's with. They did the exact same shit that they did, everywhere else. Him, Shelton, and MVP. Wow. MVP does the talking. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking. I mean, was Shelton in TNA? Whoops. I don't recall if Shelton was in TNA, but
Shelton.
Yeah.
No, I think he came close a couple.
Who was part of that Lashley group? Was it Kenny King? Whatever. That was a badass group.
Yeah.
So my point here, my really long point here with this YouTube thing is, I think Gary has said in the past, AEW and TNA, the only difference is a fucking channel. You put TNA on that channel, they'll get the same fucking views based on actual numbers on YouTube.
Progression in terms of like notoriety, like get some publicity or whatever, get there that they're available now on this channel. I think they get just as good.
And that's the thing. Like I don't know. Like I keep thinking about I don't know. We did the whole TNA's gonna get sold thing, and then like a week later they fired like 15 people at Anthem. So although I don't want that to happen, like we have to keep that in our minds. Like if I didn't like Gail or most of the people that were fired, like I could have taken that totally differently. And I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I didn't like Gail. I never met these people. I think it's a big reason of why I can be honest about things. Like I never went to a fucking TNA show in my life. I never met anyone. I never went backstage. I never spoke to anyone except for boring Anthem workers.
I think they got rid of a lot of these people too because these people they had were not thinking bigger. I really do. I don't think they were thinking of the bigger picture. You know what I mean? Like
I'm also thinking of things like. I could bring up the whole Gail is Scott D'Amore's biggest enabler. She was always going to go down. I mean, you can go back to we talked about last week that fucking ridiculous story about how they gave the fucking president an ultimatum after Scott was fired. Like, no one would ever do that. Just think about it. If anyone has a job, just think about how stupid that sounds. Especially two people that we've never heard a word about had heat with each other. Never. Ever. Ever. I could have fucking made up a story. You know what I mean? I could have made up a much better story than whatever the fuck Gerard, that fucking body slam fucking clown, made up. And that dude has fucking followers and supporters. Like, it's amazing, man. You just draw up bullshit. More people will be a fan of yours than if you're honest. It's so weird. But wrestling is not a real thing, so maybe it's just a whole world where everyone wants to get away from realness. But sorry, we don't do that here. We're going to kick everyone in the balls who's a fucking phony, like Gail and Kidney, who I talked about for so goddamn long, finally got fired. The TNA douchebags who, I swear to God, I can just post an article whenever I want with J-Bone's wife. Pages of us talking on Facebook. Pretty sure she wanted to get a piece of this, but I would not do that to J-Bone because she's not very attractive. Sorry. Okay, back to Kazarian beat Elijah, rolled him up like a douche, which again I like because how many times have we said this? Like he keeps winning he doesn't win any big, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't win any, and I think it's a setup. I think it's a setup for Rebellion. That's how he's going to win Rebellion.
And Elijah's too new to get a win over here. Because he's kind of built his way into that number one contenders.
Yeah, and then then Hendry came down into the match, but I don't know. I feel like Elijah's he shouldn't be there this soon, and I feel like it's so obvious he's a heel. Yeah. He's going to be a heel.
Yeah.
I mean, don't you like the way he looks at Hendry? You know what I mean? He's.
Yeah, I kind of feel like there's two guitars are not.
Yeah, exactly.
Are going to from one stage. You know what I mean?
I think they totally. I think that's exactly what they're doing. Like, there's only one fucking lead singer, even though whatever. Like, that's what it comes down to. There's one lead singer, and fucking he smashes him over the fucking head or something, and then Kazarian rolls him up and gets the fucking win and becomes new champion.
kind of like the heat between the lead singer for Metallica and the dude from Megadeth,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can totally see it. I mean, I like it, but it's just like, I don't know. I also feel like Elijah's too new. Yeah. But, I mean, it's interesting. I swear I kept looking at Elijah's face, and, like, he had so many points where it looked like he's about to hit Hendry, and but then he's, like, shaking his hand, so, I don't know. I mean, I like it. And, again, Kazarian is fucking gold.
Unless they go the other route and swerve us and go with Hendry as
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think any of those three guys can win, to be honest, which I love. I keep saying they need to do a fucking. You got to give it a title. You got to change the title.
Because we've said in the past we think Hendry is kind of a tweener at times. Some of the stuff.
Yeah, because I mean he says fucked up shit about people. he's like a bully, like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a song about you, and it's gonna be on the internet for the rest of time. How do you like that? Come on, dude. Yeah. How about just slap someone? Okay, this was weird. There were highlights of the system segment last week, which wasn't on TV. So the next segment might not make sense to some people. That's Thompson's words, which is so true.
Yeah, he's right.
Like, what was that? That was so weird. Like I feel like I missed something before this. Like what was this even about? Why is Eddie talking? Like this was good. I thought I like Eddie being the man, and I think they're setting up what we always thought was going to be set up: Eddie versus Moose. Like that's why they go back to that feud, which was an awesome feud. I did like Diener here. I usually hate this. I usually hate this Diener shit with the with the crowd, but the crowd was into it. You know what I mean?
What the people want.
Yeah,
all that.
Yeah. The people's fucking guy, which I think they forgot about for like a few months.
Well, and the thing is too, if you notice the pattern here, they saved Moose's answer for the last thing, which we never truly get an answer till after it's all said and done.
Yeah, and also why was he thinking so long?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the answer, Okay, so Gia backstage with Masa. Oh my God, Gia Miller. Good Lord. I think Gary mentioned that she's single. Recently single. I guess broke up with Ace before we did the show.
Briefly mentioned on Asylum, so if that's not true, that's on them.
Yeah, that's on TNAAsylum.net. Tell them JaySin said hello. Sorry, I just got messed up. Okay, so the backstage thing. Oh, Gia. Gia has been posting just insanely hot pictures. I mean, she's insanely hot, but I guess she's been posting more pictures than usual. And it's like indie stuff. And like, good Lord, get her in the goddamn ring. Let her wrestle more. Like, we need knockouts. She's the fucking knockout. Can't everything else be done by Mackenzie in the back?
Yeah, I find it kind of not really necessary if, because she could do everything that Gia can do, and totally. Gia can do it.
So maybe they planned that. That's all I can hope for. I mean, goddamn, she's so hot. She's like the definition of fucking knockout, and it makes me angry that she's not a knockout. So that's all. JC Jane. Wait, no, that didn't happen yet. Sorry. Spitfire versus Lash and Jakara. Okay, sorry everyone. This is where PWI said it was fucking Jordan. Jakara and Jordan.
Okay, this was the match.
Like how? And again, I messaged PWI. They never changed it. It's still fucking there, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't checked today, but I have
I think somebody mentioned in the comments last week.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
They thought of. Yeah, okay. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. I mean, like, it was one of those things that was like, if it wasn't PWI, I would have said, like, I would have just laughed and been like, oh, this is obviously, you know what I mean? But it's PWI. Like, I don't trust anyone, but I trust PWI. I mean, I think everyone does.
Yeah. Was it Norris, maybe?
Yeah, I forget. But I mean, like, yeah, it was PWI. I mean, they had it wrong. They put a fucking, and it was like, how do you make, I forget which one it is. Let's say it was Jakara Jackson. I mean, you can't make Lash Legend into Jordan Grace, you know what I mean? Jakara Jackson, like, how do you get from Jakara Jackson to Jordan Grace with a typo? You know what I mean? That's not a typo. The typo is spelling Jordan, Jordan. Like, I don't know, very weird. But I didn't go too far with it because I was about to make a post or something. Like, is this really true? Because PWI said it. I had the post ready on Wednesday. But then I'm thinking, wait a minute, why do I want people to not tune in? You know what I mean? if there's 100 people out there who are thinking I want to see Jordan on fucking TNA tonight, like I'm not going to change that. So thank you for the views, PWI, you fucking idiots.
It's a different racial profiling.
Oh yeah, totally. That's what I mean. Yeah, I can go on all kinds of things with PWI with that one, but whatever. They're one of the few people in the world who doesn't hate me out in the open. I'm blocked by Swerve Strickland.
You are?
I never mentioned the guy in my life. I don't think I ever tagged him in my life. I went to do my thing where I troll post sometimes, where it's like he said "fuck Booker T" after he lost last night.
Oh,
and they have heat, him and Booker T. So that's when I went to post my. Oh yeah, sorry. If we didn't read this one earlier, Booker T was not caught. Booker T was at the training school of Chasing Rants last week. Known convicted sexual predator with underage people. Booker T. This dude is friends with. I hate to say this. I hate to do it, but we gotta. I don't want to say friends. Moose has been seen with him a lot. He's also a drug dealer, but he sells weed. And I'm like, seriously? Like, a wrestler's that fucking pathetic? They need to go to a fucking pedophile to get weed? Like, I can get weed anywhere. I have awesome weed.
Tell me you didn't just say that, Jay.
I know, seriously. But no, it's legal. It's legal here where I live, so.
Yeah,
it's all
it
good.
is here too. Unfortunately, people do it a little too much.
Yeah.
Even when they're driving and everything, and I don't know, busy highways and whatnot.
Yeah, I made the. Sorry. A lot of hot pictures today from TNA. Jesus. Maybe this will be our opening picture. Ash and Heather. They posted a new thing today. Like, is there anyone hotter than us? I'm like, God damn, they're so friggin' just gorgeous. God, you know what I mean? Just.
I mentioned this week or this past Thursday, we got a nice little tidbit as a surprise. We got a El Hijo del Vikingo.
Oh, that's a good call.
Ultimate X match at Rebellion. So
good call.
Sorry, I was really stoked.
Good call.
When I saw that.
Again, it's another one we should have had at the beginning. I was looking for news and I got mad. I'm like, where the hell's all the fucking TNA news? I couldn't find anything. But yeah, oh my god, awesome. Vikingo. Hopefully he sticks around for a little.
Unfortunately, he'll be joining Matt Cardona.
I mean, what the hell?
God knows why.
That's like almost that's almost word for word what I wrote. I wrote like something like we had some huge news as you know what's his name? Hell, he goes.
Moose used to call him Mid Cardona.
Yeah, totally, and he is. And he's like, it was like we have huge news as you know. Well, I wrote like because what's name's come back, who was awesome, the guy we just talked about, El Hijo.
Yeah.
So and then I was like, and also Matt Cardona was announced for some reason. Like, why was he? He hasn't been on a show.
No.
Like, God.
And I can't imagine him trying to kill that warrior to get the ultimate.
And that's what I'm saying. And a fucking ultimate X match with Cardona.
He just has not got that stamina.
No, and he's not a fucking ultimate X. Like, God, who thought of fucking ultimate X with Moose? I mean, we were worried about Moose.
Yeah. I guess it's best luck in ending. It says you got to hope somebody drops that X to the ground.
Yeah, seriously.
He's going to win this thing.
Yeah, probably sad but true. Yeah, it's I don't know. Like, I was really excited when I heard about it because usually Ultimate X is like fast and. You know.
Please tell me that ain't what happened. I couldn't handle that.
Yeah, well, we'll find out, I guess. Okay, I just want to jump down to So this was a good match, the Lash and Spitfire match. But good lord, Spitfire are just nothing. They don't have characters. They're nothing to me. They're so fucking boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised though. Danny Luna was able to hold her own pretty good against. Was it Lash? Wait, which one is the bigger of the two?
I think
Jakara
Lash.
Jackson?
No, I think it's Lash. Enormous. Absolutely fucking holy shit. She looks like she's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, this lady is like gigantor. She is like I don't know. She's
Also,
like,
Ariana was here.
Almost like the great women wrestling.
Oh, sorry, we missed Leon Slater.
Really
will be
huge.
Leon Slater will be in Ultimate X also.
Oh, okay, yeah, he was.
I mean,
odds on favorites.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I could see him definitely winning it. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this was what's the name? Give it. Thompson gave it 3 stars. The Lash match.
Oh.
And whatever. So I forget the name Spitfire. That's how much they bore me. Let's hear from the Hardys. The Hardys get to talk. I mean, that was kind of weird, but they're so fucking over. Jeff, it annoys. Jeff, it annoys you. He's been doing this for so long. Like, he starts his own chants. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it's always bothered me, but it does. But whatever. Like, they're so fucking over. And then the Great Hands came out. Our guys, not bad. And how long did this happen? 3-minute match. But this was fine. Like we said, I said last week, you can't have the fucking Hardys and use them for 5 seconds at the end of a show.
They definitely are looking better in there, though, I will say. I think the more experience they get in there against teams like the Hardys, the better they are looking.
Oh, and especially,
I will say that.
Definitely on the mic, too. Let's go to Skylar, I think, right?
Huh?
Who was on the mic, Skylar?
Yeah, Skylar is very, very good. I know he's not, like, a lot of times people will say, like, he's not the greatest wrestler, but he is very good at getting heat in there.
Yeah, very good character.
And
if you're a good enough,
you know what I mean? Like,
I think the other dude's a better wrestler, but Skylar's a better talker. And I mean, that's all you need. You can make a great fucking team out of that.
Yeah, he kind of reminds me of that tag team back in the day. Back in the old TNA days, I can't remember. He was kind of David. I can't remember his name, but there was like a couple of guys back in the day. Were always kind of like jobbers back in the day, but they'd always hold their own.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody up there I will be able to tell me back in the day there was a couple of guys like that on the roster. They always would wrestle quite close against the top talent, but yeah, they're always they are a good addition to the roster, especially like when Skylar's getting heat. So
yeah, okay, Norris Sparks, thank you. I'm sure it's a typo. It's most likely Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson. I said, sure seems like one, but I mentioned the POI multiple times. Whatever, you win, Norris. Again, I just really believe. I really believe PWI. Trent Hatchett. I wonder if the TNA International title is the one AJ Francis. That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. Is it new or is it the same one as the? Yeah, that's. I think we'll find out this week, right? I think.
Might be a bit of a refurbished one, maybe. Yeah. Like maybe they changed the plates or.
Eric
whatever.
Isaac. Great episode, gents, and the upcoming tape shows leading to Rebellion look great. Doesn't matter what people day. I'll always ride with TNA all day. Thanks, dude. And thanks for always commenting. Robles out there always commenting. Okay, back to the Hardys that was fine. Ryan Nemeth was backstage. One of my new favorite fucking characters. I just love him. And now Leon. Now here's a problem. Leon Slater, and this is from again Thompson, TJRWrestling.net. Leon Slater told him to stop talking trash about the Hardys. He spoke really fast, and I don't think Nemeth understood him, but they brawled, and I don't understand him either. Like, he talks too fast, and it's like fair. He's like a really fast talking Will Ospreay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get a lot of those words in that really strong UK. What you mean, bruv? I got stuff. You know what I mean? Like, and if you talk fast like that, it's really hard to keep up with. But whatever, awesome talent.
I think a lot of times, too, when they were talking to him, he's, like, coming out of a match, too, and he's kind of out of breath. And,
that's fair. Maybe give him a manager, though. I don't know
what I mean? Like,
maybe stick him in a group or something. Maybe stick him in a group or something for now. They had an injury report segment, which seemed new, according to Thompson. Yeah, I don't remember that either, when they have done it before. I thought that was cool.
Why not? Why not bring back some of the old guys? Like, what's Elix Skipper up to? Why not bring him back as a manager? Have him be Slater's manager or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The injury report segment. Okay. I think I like this. Okay. This goes back to the beginning of the show. Elijah, it looked like he was helping Hendry, but you can tell when it happened. He pulled way too hard. It looked like he was going to rip his fucking shoulder out of its socket. So he got hurt, Hendry.
Oh yeah.
And now he's just saying, he'll be fine. He can wrestle, but he's going to be injured probably going into Rebellion. So that's a way you can take the title off of Hendry with, keeping him look safe.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, they even kind of implied that. I can't remember who it was that said something. So I can't remember.
How about Elijah's with Kazarian?
Yeah, I think he said it's safe to say something about you all but won the title because you're going to be facing a less than 100% Hendry.
Yeah.
And it's like, But now I'm going to wonder if Hendry ain't going to say, well, Elijah, I think you did this on purpose.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
That if I'm injured, I'm kind of a sitting duck kind of situation.
Okay, then we got my friend Steph DeLander with Mance came out, which led to the... Sorry about that, had a little technical difficulties. We're back talking about Steph DeLander, who came down to the ring with Mance Warner. They started making out either disgustingly or really hot, depending on how you see that.
Yeah.
What did you think about that? Were you grossed out or jealous?
No, I definitely thought it was pretty gross. It looked like they were doing a little bit of too much tongue there for a little bit. I was thinking more it was gross from her end more than anything.
Too much tongue for television, I will say. Yeah. Okay, so they came out, and that's when Santino came out, and apologies if we mentioned anything twice because we got screwed up with this recording. But the last thing we mentioned, I know, was Steph DeLander, and that's what led to the international title, which we talked about. I'm 95% sure. And I'm excited, and I think it's cool. And in case we happen to cut that part out, F everyone who doesn't like that name, but I'm pretty sure we did all that. So,
we weren't sure either if they were going to go with the original title that PCO had last seen PCO with, or if we were just going to put new plates or just go all together with a new title.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I'm telling you, I don't know what we recorded and what we didn't. I can't listen back to 45 minutes of all of it right now. I would like to, but I think we read our Nara Sparks said, I'm sure it's a typo. Just want to throw that in there because he was right. And I was like, yeah, I know. It seemed like one, but I mentioned the PWI, whatever. I feel like I'm saying the same thing 100 times. So back to TNA. We like the announcement. Little problem with I do get it. I guess for some reason, whenever someone I like, I guess, or someone really smart like Thompson says there's 8 Americans, 1 Canadian, not much international. I get it like that. But I don't know. I just didn't see it. To me, it's more like they changed the title and they got rid of a stupid title and now they have a title that makes sense. So.
But in a way, it kind of brings back the spirit of the original TNA though, with the World X Cup, that kind of thing.
That's what I get that. That's what people are saying though. But does it if they don't have international people in there? Yeah. And would it have been so hard to throw in Laredo Kid?
We don't really know what the direction it's going to head in. Maybe got an answer to that. I don't know.
No. I get it. They could even say something listen, we just started this thing. It's going to be. Yeah. Maybe they'll even whatever. Robles had an idea that they're going to be going to. Mexico again. When was this time TNA was in? When was this time TNA was in Mexico? A long time. Those are really cool crowds. I'll tell you what, Tessa will be.
Last time we went.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or how about when's the last time we've been to India? We need to honor those India TV deals too.
Totally. Plus they make money. I know India's not Saudi Arabia, but I'm guessing they have some money. Also, can we not do a Saudi Arabia thing? I'm sorry. I don't care about the whole blood money thing. You got WWE's doing it. AEW, I noticed yesterday, they are with LIV. Did you know that? That's the shady golf place that's trying to kill PGA, owned by an incredibly rich Saudi who signs golfers. Does this sound familiar? This LIV thing, they sign golfers for way too much money when they're much older in life. That's AEW. You know what I mean? They kind of have the same.
They're even getting to be competitiveness for the sport of golf. Huh?
Yeah, and the thing is, they're good at it because they have just a never-ending amount of money, and it was I don't know if anyone follows golf, but it's a huge thing in golf. PGA hates LIV. They tried to work together, and it just doesn't work out. And the problem is they cut all the best PGA players in half.
Is that the thing that Phil Mickelson was?
Mickelson.
Or whatever.
Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, Koepka, all these huge names they signed for insane money, and there is no. It's all guaranteed. Once they sign, they don't have. They could. You know what I mean? Break their leg, they can retire the next day. They'll get money for life. But whatever. Don't know where that came from. If we didn't mention it, Iceman was with Heather. Ash is on vacation. She just defended her title in Australia. You mentioned, I think she was kind of like maybe over this whole thing. And
kind of like she's like above the group right now.
She should be. I'm sorry. She should be, and they should mention this other title she has.
Yeah,
I think it's WSW. I mean, they work together, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's so weird with certain things, but all right, whatever. You mentioned Vikingo. He got injured last year. Who's more fun in the entire goddamn world?
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, like outside of the obvious ones,
Phoenix.
like
Penta. I put him right up there with Phoenix. I mean.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, if there's anybody out there, I would put Luchador in that category.
Definitely. And I mean, Jesus, if they could keep him around, that would give them 3 legit luchadors. I mean,
I'm honestly surprised they didn't. At least, I would throw the checkbook at Vikingo at this point.
I mean, I just don't know how that works. Like, I don't know if they can do that, or if it's like he's with AAA for AAA just seems to have the weirdest fucking deals in the world. I've heard Conan talk about it, and like he kind of like runs it, or like partially, and it's just so fucking confusing. So I like this a lot better. This is great. I think we mentioned this. I don't know. Tessa, JC, and Nyx with Henley there. Fallon Henley was a former world champion in NXT. Like, these are the big time NXT girls now, or very close. You know what I mean? Fallon Henley was a former NXT champion. Like, remember getting like even Lash and Jakara. I don't want to give them shit, but they're the lower tier. Like, these are the mid to upper tier. Fallon's definitely upper tier. JC's very close.
But it definitely feels like the current TNA product is like giving them way more opportunity than NXT ever did. You know what I mean?
And that's an interesting thing. Like, I don't know. Like, this is great for JC Jane, Jasmine Nyx. Like, they don't get time like this.
Yeah.
Like, you can watch NXT this week. Like, they're probably not even on the show. And, like, they're really good. But they just have so much talent. Like, Thea Hale. Like, she's this little, you ever see Thea Hale? She's like this tiny little girl. Amazing character. Just an amazing character. Well, you would love her. She has an amazing character, and, like, they barely have anything to do with her. But whatever. Back to TNA. So, Team Tessa won. I think you mentioned Tessa pinned Masha for the second time, which worries me about Tessa winning.
That very much worries me too, because like we all know that usually the person that gets the upper hand in these, like even if it's like in multi-women or multi-man matches, they often don't have singles competitive match when it matters.
That is correct.
Unfortunately, I don't know if this is the way they're going, but if you're pulling for Tessa, I know you are, Jay. I'm kind of on the fence here, but I wouldn't care either way. I wouldn't mind Tessa winning. I wouldn't mind Masha. But I do think at some point you do need to get the belt off Masha at some point. But
I'm afraid that if Tessa isn't leaving, I'm afraid Tessa might leave. That's my only worry.
Yeah,
that definitely. Like if she doesn't win this, because I don't think she's. Well, I don't know. I don't know what she signed for. She does. She does. She's basically the face of the goddamn company. If you look at the, the promotional stuff, it's her and Santana that are doing everything. So, I don't know. I'd like to think she's signed long term, and we just don't know it yet.
Kind of going off cuff here a little bit. We'll want to mention that I'm a little sick of seeing people online saying stuff about how the crowd and the tapings turned out this time around, and I don't know. I'm just really pissed that people were bashing how poor the attendance was going to be this time around, and it's kind of funny seeing people eat crow. Because we had pretty good attendance regardless of what people thought this time around. The stadium or the venue looked very full. I don't know what people were expecting. I don't know if they thought we were going to get like a 5,000 people in attendance for tapings. I mean, these were tapings. This was not this wasn't a pay-per-view or whatever. It's just a set of tapings.
And what was it? And what was it again? What was it again? It was like I don't want to say shitty place, but it was in Missouri. Missouri,
yeah, it was
right?
Missouri. It's known for it's a wrestling town. The state is a wrestling state, but it's not in and around like St. Louis. That's kind of more of the
totally
wrestling.
Yeah. It's like
kind of more like I think it's more like a suburbs or.
Yeah, I feel like people just need to
whatever.
look at things more and be like, yeah, no, that's not a big place or whatever. It's
It
like,
definitely wasn't a better chosen area, but I mean, you gotta kind of test the waters. Kind of a thumbs down for some of the fan base out there, where they're kind of bagging over him for, the way the attendance was. But I didn't think it looked that bad. I don't know what you thought, Jay, or anybody else.
no, I didn't. I mean, to be fair though, I was reading like Asylum, and I thought they kind of flipped quickly. Like they were like, "Oh, these all suck," and but then they saw some good pictures. They were like, "Oh, it's all good." Then they're like, "Oh, it's all good." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't really see no, dip in the quality of the product. I mean, it looked like the fans were enjoying the product. I seen past tapings where we had more fans and they reacted less. So.
oh, totally. Yeah, these were pretty loud fans, and I got to give props.
Yeah.
I got to give props to AEW for that. They had a 19-hour show last night, and the crowd was pretty loud most of the time. They remind me of. It totally reminds me of when I watch old TNA shows now. And, like, I look back and I see so much Jeff Jarrett, and I'm like, were these fucking fans on drugs? Like, the fans are literally screaming for, like, 3 straight hours. For, like, to me, it's like a mediocre card. I mean, I'm sure you can all bash me, you old TNA fans out there, but I just never saw old TNA as, like, what other people did. Maybe they had a few awesome years with, AJ and Joe and all that, but I don't know. I kind of came in.
Yeah.
I kind of
go back and watch some of that stuff, and I'm kind of like that too. Like, I don't get the.
Like, it wasn't as amazing. Yeah. It's one of those things. Yeah. Everybody looks back on things better than, they actually were.
Yeah.
Shout out to, just to say the opposite about that. Shout out to, I was going to say Blood Money, Beer Money, and the Motor City Machine Guns, and who's the third team? Beer Money, Motor City Machine Guns. Who's like the best third team? Who's the next best team of all time in TNA? I'm missing one. Beer Money?
LAX, maybe? What do you say? Or?
Okay, maybe it's just Beer Money. That's what literally made me, like, solidified as a TNA fan. I watched a series of matches, I believe it was between Beer Money and Motor City Machine Guns. Like, back in the day, and it was like a best of 7 or something. I feel like it wasn't Motor City Machine Guns, though. It's another team. Whatever. Let us know in the comments if I'm wrong. Rebellion. Ready? Joe Hendry versus Ethan Page versus Kazarian. Masha versus Tessa. The Hardys versus the Nemeths. You know what? This one got me thinking. It's too fucking obvious. Also, I think they want to get the tag titles off the Hardys before they do whatever WWE thing. Or maybe.
Oh, I think so too.
Or maybe they'll do WrestleMania and it'll look good for them to have the belts, and then they'll drop them to the Nemeths. How do they drop them to the Nemeths? JBL.
Well, too, somebody was mentioning that they think there might be a way that they end up having the Hardys and the Nemeths face each other at the Hardy compound.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah. Yeah, make it like a feud.
Or
how about this? Yeah, how about the Hardys lose, and then the Hardys lose, and they become broken again.
Yeah.
And again, that's what I love about fucking Matt Hardy. He knows, like he does go in and out of the character a bit, but, like, he knows he needs a reason to become broken again. Like, that's how these fucking stories work, and that's what AEW and WWE missed. He's like, right now they're the Hardys. You know what I mean? They're the Hardys. They're on top of the world. Everyone loves them. Something has to break them before they go back to being the broken Hardys, and then we can have those matches like you're saying at the compound and all.
He had mentioned the broken nose, and then that's when the broken comment came out.
Oh yeah, okay.
Crowd started mentioning.
Just think about Ryan Nemeth in the Hardy compound. Like, that's just gold already. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just screaming at the top of his lungs. Nick, help me, Nick! And then, okay, this one I feel like Moose has no chance of retaining here, and it's totally unfair. I don't know. This is one thing I hate. I don't like when the champion. This should be a number 1 contenders match. Always, for me. Like, what did the champion do where he has to beat 5 other guys in an Ultimate X? Like, that's so unfair, but whatever. Yeah. So Moose versus Vikingo versus Leon Slater versus Matt fucking Cardona. Why?
I just wonder, are they adding more to the mix, or is that...
No, there's more. I think, there's at least... There's 2 or 3 question marks.
Oh, okay.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. We have 4 right now. So there's 6. At least 6, maybe 7. I don't know if I read it wrong. Thompson was a bit rough on this one again. Gave it as 5.75 out of 10. Again, I would have to go with a 7. I feel like maybe 7.5. I don't know. I really liked the TNA International thing. But I mean,
I liked this episode because I kind of felt like it had a mixed bag of everything, especially with the 3-month friend on the off the around.
Oh yeah. If we didn't mention that, oh my god.
Just like a lot of things clicked for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we. I think that part got cut off. We talked about that. We talked about that whole segment. Oh my god, how dark it is, and just amazing, and holy shit.
And the final death of the digital media title on this episode.
That's what I mean.
That helped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it filled a lot of holes.
They're not perfect. People got to understand, and they literally just fired like most of their company. Like they're gonna make. So like they had a production issue last week with that system thing, which that was a big production. That was a big issue, I gotta say, because it
might have planted. And this episode might have planted the beginning seeds for a rivalry between Joe Hendry and Elias.
Also Eddie versus. Also, I think Eddie. You know what I mean? Just like that's what I love. Eddie being the man. I really like Eddie being the man. Now I think he wins the international title.
And do you think
I think he deserves the international title. And then I think Moose loses his title, and then it's like, I'm the man here, man. I got the title, you don't, And Moose is like, fuck you, and then Moose goes on his own.
Do you think the system stays in place, or do you think that?
Yeah, good question. I'm not sure. I would keep them in place just because they're a cool group. You know what I mean?
Like, I would too, because I still feel so prominent.
Like, how many years have they had the system, and like they're just a solid, good, goddamn group?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Eddie keeps half. Eddie keeps who? Myers maybe? And Alicia?
Yeah,
and then Moose goes with JDC or something?
Yeah.
But I can't see JDC as a face though. That guy's such a fucking heel.
Yeah. Either.
Okay, I think we hit on everything. Just want to make sure the main event. Oh yeah, sorry, I want to mention that. So in case we didn't say before, Santana brought a dude backstage. He either worked for TNA or he was a friend of Santana. Either way, he was a friend of Santana. And I think it looked to me like Thompson said they're a TNA worker. I'm not sure. To me, it was I couldn't hear the goddamn volume. So to me, it was Santana brought his friend backstage.
I know, but something in a way. Like some of the security that TNA has used in the past. He could have even been a pretty person. Who knows?
Yeah, totally. Like the point is, it was Santana's friend. He introduced him, and he told the TNA guy, take care of him. Next thing you know, he gets fucking thrown in the trunk by Mustafa's crew, and then later in the show, and then at the end of the show, he's literally drunk after he was 3 months sober. Like that is so fucked up if you think about it. And I mean, in a good way.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, like we need more adult kind of things. Like, dude, nobody would touch this. Nobody would touch this.
It's definitely Attitude Era like
totally
with the way they did this, because it's like you're trying to this guy's trying to get his life in order, and now they're like he's unraveling after this episode.
And for what?
Like, where do we go?
And for what? Just because he's friends with Santana? Like that's how evil Mustafa Ali's taking a page out of my playbook. Going after people's friends. Jesus.
This is kind of almost getting to be like the stuff with, and almost like in a way with Val Venus and stuff with kind of almost like the penis.
Oh, yeah, when he got his dick chopped off, yeah.
Yeah, kind of almost
but
like
this is much cooler and not nasty.
Yeah.
At least to me.
Not nasty.
At least to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I think we did the whole rebellion, but if we missed it, it's Kazarian, Ethan Page. I know we talked about Page. We had to. And Hendry. Yeah, I don't know. I think... Well, who do you pick?
What's that?
Who do you think wins the main event? Rebellion. Hendry, Page, Kazarian. That's good.
I'm gonna... for some reason, I think I'm gonna go with Kazarian.
Yeah, I think I am too. And like we said before, he keeps getting these cheap wins, and like this is totally set up for that, a 3-way match.
It'd make for a better shocking winner to go that direction, because like you got an alien Hendry, and then he's kind of bickering a little bit probably after this. Hendry is with Elijah. You know.
Also, this might be the biggest thing that I've seen nobody mention. Who the hell is Hendry going to fight next? He has to lose. Yeah. He has to lose. There's no fucking faces left.
Yeah.
He's beaten everyone. I mean, there's no heels left for him to beat.
Yeah. And I think it's been long enough where Kaz hasn't really, had any kind of belt or whatever.
Oh, totally, yeah.
But
and again,
I think you kind of...
And again, this guy chose to leave AEW. Like, I can't... Yeah. I just want to... I hope fans really just understand that. Like that was like a huge thing for he's a huge deal for TNA. Like he's a huge old TNA name. He has like the TNA. You know what I mean? Exactly.
And he's a team. And they have James Storm, EY. Who else? Some of the other
was a straight
champions.
Kazarian was a legit original.
They've all been.
Kazarian was a legit original.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
Yeah, he's been there for...
Well, that makes me even more mad because you old TNA fans know that shit better than me. How do you have the audacity to question this guy being in the main event?
Yeah.
Christ. Yeah. Totally deserves it.
I think it's because people know he's been in AEW. I think that's why they have a problem.
They don't have a problem with Ethan Page. Do they have a problem with Ethan Page? I haven't really looked around and seen that.
No, I don't know.
So people are more mad about Kazarian being in the main event than an NXT guy who hasn't been around in years. It doesn't even really fit because,
I think it's because he's mostly been known for the X Division stuff.
I guess.
I think that's, you know what I mean? I think that's a lot.
I mean, he's had that thing. I feel like he's kind of solidified himself as a main event guy just by having that thing all year and just like being so goddamn entertaining.
I think that. And I think the world kind has changed. Like, wrestling is transcended. Like, you don't have to be that big 280-pound wrestler anymore. You know what I mean? You can be that 220-pound guy. You know what I mean? Like, you can still be a small...
Yeah, I'm sure every Dynamite fan agrees with you. What are the Young Bucks, 5'3"?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
100 pounds soaking wet?
And then, like, TNA has, like, a lot of their champions over the past decade have been all smaller guys. I mean, look at Austin Aries.
I really think they do it for a reason. And you know what? It finally hit me. That's why Savannah doesn't get pushed. Savannah Evans is too tall. I think, like, she makes every other knockout look stupid. So, like, I think that's why she doesn't get pushed as much. Like, because they don't want her on TV that much. So I finally solved it. I finally solved that riddle. Put Savannah Evans next to Heather, and you would all laugh your asses off. Heather is literally 4'6". They hide it very well.
Yeah, they do.
But like they have a lot of short people in TNA. But like you know what I mean? Then you stick some giant in there, and like it makes them look like Big Bill showed up last night. He was on Dynamite or whatever. You know he's bigger than Lashley.
Oh, is he really?
He made Lashley look small. And like you're saying, I think you said before, Lashley should have been, exactly. Lashley should have came right in and went to the main event title scene. Like, Lashley versus Moxley. I mean, that would have been money. And they go with friggin' Strickland again.
You heard Lashley's theme hit in TNA, you knew he was
totally
he was kind of like a version of Lesnar.
But he's a tag champion, so that's good. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we hit on everything.
Yeah.
Unbreakable, we got that coming up first, and we nailed it once again. Nobody said shit about Unbreakable. We said it's going to be some kind of weird tournament or something, and look what it is. Basically a tournament.
Yeah.
3 matches there will be, and then we have no idea. I mean, I'm guessing they'll throw like a knockouts, something, like maybe a special knockouts kind of match.
Yeah, and that's going to go live next...
that's a good question. What does that mean?
What's that?
What the hell does that mean? It's going live on Thursday? Is there no Impact? Are they going against themselves?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess it said that. I thought it said it's from the Cox Pavilion or something.
Yeah, and it's next Thursday. Once I saw Thursday, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait. I'm like, that can't be right. And I went to the TNA website, and it is Thursday. So, and it's at the same time.
Yeah.
Here it is, Unbreakable, April 17th, TNA Plus, Cox Pavilion, local start time, 6 p.m. That's Vegas, so fuck, I don't want to do the math. But I think they're out. I think that would be 7 or 8 for us. I think that would be 7 for us.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. They got some extra names in here. Witness the legendary Matt Hendry, Matt and Jeff Hardy, Nick Nemeth, Masha, Hendry, The System, Eric Young, Kazarian, Rosemary, Macklin, Ash by Elegance, The Rascals, and more. Okay.
Huh.
That could mean something. I mean, that could mean they're all to show. Well, so Tessa is on the cover. It's Moose, Tessa. Okay, that's interesting. I was going to say, wait, why's Moose and no Hendry? Okay, this is interesting. Moose, Tessa, the Hardys, and Masha. Maybe they will. Maybe they're going to do. No, they can't. They already announced Mashaverse. All right, whatever. I'm guessing there'll be some tag match with them. But yeah, next Thursday, maybe someone can comments can let us know. Is there going to be an Impact next week?
Was it going to be an open mic night kind of?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, what are they gonna, it's so weird. I didn't even think about that. Thursday. Have they ever had a Thursday special like this?
Not like that. With this theme, I wouldn't think. Not with this setup.
Yeah, very weird. Okay, well, hopefully it's a good weird, not a bad weird. And I think that's about it. In case you missed it, F you, TNI, for the billionth time. Also, I tweeted before in the middle of this. I gave them one more chance to come out like men, talk about what they did. Or I'm going to post the words of J-Bone's wife, which are going to make them look so much worse. Like, do you really want your wife's words as your story? Because that's what it is. These bitches never responded to me. Their wife did, because she has balls. Possibly literal, I don't know. Just going by her picture. But
from what I looked like, she didn't really want bickering going on either.
No, at all. No, she stepped in. God, I want to post this so bad, but it's like, it's not about her. It's about these fucking guys. So I just want one of them to say what she said. How Kyle is the cause of everything, and how she's so sorry that my family got involved. And I was like, holy shit, that's all I wanted. But then she kept going, and she was like, she kept going, and she lied about something, and I got so pissed off because, like, she said, like, she was like God, like I'm a Catholic and all. I'm like, okay, if you're a Catholic, like, why would you allow X, you know, all these different things? Let them shit on me. Let your fucking husband get away with this while you're upstairs and he's downstairs hiding. Whatever. Sickening. And you guys don't want that. I really don't think you want that. I'm getting better at Google again. My posts are sticking on Google. If you want to try it out, Google Sean Sapp drugs or Sean Sapp doxing or Sean Sapp like anything, and you'll see my articles. Yeah, Sean Sapp cocaine. I'm sure that's on there. All right, that's it for us. See you next week. What is that? Is that another goddamn show? We don't know. Is it Unbreakable? We're probably reviewing Unbreakable next week. No, that's the 17th. Oh my god, I'm so confused.
I'll have a preview of it again.
Oh my god, I'm so confused. No, there's a regular show this week. So then probably an Unbreakable preview. Okay, I'm confused as hell. My head hurts. Out of here. See you next Monday.